Hi Sharks, my name is Emma Schaff and I'm the founder and CEO of Signal. What is our story? My parents always told me, if you want something, you have to work for it. And I'd always respond with the same answer, but I'm too young, nobody wants to hire kids my age. But I didn't let that stop me. Whether it's creating nail salons in my basement, going office to office selling Girl Scout cookies, selling cupcakes around my neighborhood, or even selling my Easter candy. While these businesses might not have taken off, I did learn to see failure as the beginning and the middle, but never as the end. What is Signal? Signal as a company receives hotspots from our parent company. Our parent company receives these hotspots from Helium, the creator and the seller of these devices. My company, Signal, then distributes these hotspots out to the hosts free of charge. The hosts, also known as the customers, then plug the hotspot in by a window and put it on their Wi-Fi. Helium hotspots use a peer-to-peer network in which one network is talking directly to the next. These hotspots then use your existing internet connection to broadcast a radio signal by connecting to low-power devices in your area, such as streetlights, environmental sensors, or water meters. These only transmit and share small bits of information back to the companies, like a location, temperature, or if it's on or off. When the data from these devices is collected, the companies then pay to receive this data. This is where the money comes from. When your hotspot connects to a low-power device in your area, Helium rewards the hotspot and a type of cryptocurrency called HNT. This stands for Helium tokens. At the end of each month, Signal then sells the hotspot's total HNT earnings. The hosts then receive 10% of these earnings, which can be $75 to $200 per month. Signal then receives 10% of the remaining 90. The rest goes to the parent company for supplying these hotspots free of charge. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to help build the People's Network by distributing out these Helium hotspots. The People's Network is made up of individual companies and entrepreneurs that purchase and distribute these devices for Helium to help build the network. Helium hotspots use this network, and each person then comes together to build the network. Each hotspot covers up to 10 square miles, so the more people who invest in hosting a hotspot, the bigger the network becomes, allowing you to make more money. Making extra money each month can help with little things such as gas or food in a simple and affordable way. Our intentions. If we were to win Shark Tank, we would want to take the money to reinvest into 2 of our own hotspots that we would make 90% off of. We also have a goal of putting 50 hotspots out by the end of the year. The problem is that many people all around the world right now aren't making as much money as they used to, making their budgets a lot tighter. With the help of Signal, they can make $75 to $200 per month, which can help make a difference in these lives. Another problem is that there is a need for more wireless networks. When something like mobile sensors roam and use wireless networks to access real-time information, they're connecting to the company's space without getting disconnected from the network. But the networks that allow these devices to stay connected can cost up to $10,000 just for one. But with the help of Signal, we can more efficiently distribute out these devices for only $400 each. Not only are they a less expensive option, but they also save more space. Our target market. Our target market is limited to the US, but is very wide open, which gives us a key selling advantage. Our target market is made up of teens, young adults, parents, and grandparents. Our competition. We don't have any known competitors, which puts us in a good position with a thriving market. This also gives us a good opportunity to grow and expand. Our financials. We had a total of a $400 startup fund that was used to invest in one of our own hotspots. This was paid off in March of 2021 in just 2 weeks. We have a gross revenue of $6,445 and a current profit of $4,289. Our projected 1-year profit is $20,000 and our projected 5-year profit is $100,000. For the month of February, we had a total of 4 hotspots that we had placed out and made $539. Jumping to April, we placed 14 hotspots out and made $2,289. For the month of May, we had a goal of placing a total of 18 hotspots out, which was recently accomplished, and we have a goal of making $2,800 for this month. Our marketing strategies. We market through our Instagram and our website, but mostly rely on word of mouth and our referrals. How are we giving back? Aspen Academy has been in my life since I was 1. Ever since my older brother did Shark Tank, I've been looking forward to doing it as well. When someone doubled the Shark Tank prize for this year, I was excited. Next year's Aspen Academy 8th graders should have this exciting prize to look forward to as well. This is why we are donating 1 hotspot to Aspen Academy to donate 100% of Signal's revenue from the hotspot to next year's Aspen Academy Shark Tank prize. Our team. Our team consists of myself, Emma Schaff, the founder and CEO of Signal, and my 2 amazing mentors, Stuart Logan and Kevin Schaff, who I would like to thank for mentoring me and guiding me through this process. If you or someone you know would like to host a hotspot, you can contact us at our Instagram, home.signal, our website, signal.godaddysite.com, or at our email, schaffsignal@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your time.
Questions from the Sharks?
I have a question. Where did you come up with this idea? I think it is brilliant. Where did you get this idea?
My dad is really into all the technical stuff, and he came across it around Thanksgiving of last year, and he was really inspired by it and invested into it, and then he inspired me, so I wanted to invest into it too.
Great. And then as far as the scalability, you're concentrating in the U.S.
Yeah.
Will it eventually?
Well, there's multiple people who host hotspots around the world, but Signal as a company is focusing more on the US so they're easier to manage for us, but there are people all around the world who are placing these hotspots out in Canada and all over.
Great. Amazing.
Signal provides the hotspot itself. They pay the $400 so that they are the ones that receive the remaining 80%, is that correct?
Yes, so we pay $400, or we didn't pay $400. Our parent company bought the hotspots and supplied these hotspots to us, which is why they receive the 80% to pay back all the hotspots. And then the other 20% goes to the hosts and Signal.
Does that answer that?
It did. And do you have some sort of understanding, excuse me, with the parent company as to how many hotspots they're willing to purchase for you to continue
Yes,
this?
we currently have around 100 hotspots available to us, and this number is increasing.
Great, thank you.
Yeah,
Question?
Go ahead, sir.
Great job.
thank you.
Have you given some thought, and how will you stop others from knocking you off or copying you and getting out in front of you?
There actually are a lot of different people out there who probably do the same thing as me. They're just not big known companies. But we actually all want to work together, because when more people are investing in hosting the hotspots, the network grows bigger, which allows you to make more money. So it's actually great when people host hotspots around you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great job, Emma. You
Thank you.
were poised, and you had great eye contact, and you did not fidget, which even people our age have a hard time planting our feet. So you were amazing.
Thank you.
So just a broad question. When you think about this business, what keeps you up at night?
Trying to manage all the hotspots, making sure that everyone's getting paid the right amount, but we have a nice sheet that organizes everything out with everyone's contacts and how they're paid, and then something that makes the numbers for us so that it counts the 10% out for us, which has been really helpful.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any questions, Tim?
So, so as these go out and you have the hotspots in a variety of different places, the hotspot then ultimately provides free access to the internet for the final user of the hotspots. Is that right?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
So if somebody's hosting a hotspot, that hotspot is providing access to anybody in that area, anybody who can connect to that hotspot, right? It's like a hotspot on my phone, but not everybody has access to that. Is that?
Kind of. It's like a hotspot for more of environmental sensors for things outside, like a street light. When it turns on and off, it needs to connect to something so that companies know it's properly working.
Oh, I got it. So,
Yeah.
so the final user isn't the.
No, it doesn't track any of your information or
I got
anything.
it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Because I was curious about some security concerns with that, but now I get that if it's not going to a consumer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So is my understanding correct, just to piggyback off of what Tim was talking about, this is providing connectivity for things like a Lime scooter,
Bird
traffic
scooters, yeah.
lights, things like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Emma, here's what I want to know. You've grown up with us here, and so I would like to hear what your summer's going to look like with this. What would I expect to see you doing on a daily basis to make this go?
Over the summer, we are going to try and keep.
No, not we. You.
I'm going to try and keep expanding out our company, and we have a goal of putting 50 out, and maybe we can reach that over the summer, hopefully. Possibly even more. So we're going to work to maintain their numbers and keep providing these hotspots for people.
So what
So
specific,
how?
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, how?
We're
Exactly. When your feet hit the floor in the morning, what are you going to do?
throughout the weeks, I'll probably have a goal of finding new people each week. And every day, if I see somebody, I'll mention my idea to them and see if they're on board for wanting to join us.
You have a way of figuring out who it is that you're going to, I mean, you could walk through the mall and
I could.
see 100 people, but you're probably
So-
not going to talk to all 100 people.
More of like mutual friends.
Okay.
Emma, do you offer a referral fee for those that share this idea with others?
We do not right now, but that could be a possibility in our future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about the marketing concept as well, as far as the word of mouth. What's the, expansion plan from there as far as?
Yeah, over time, we'll probably start a referral fee. Like, every time you refer someone, you get an extra of that month. And when this happens, the people will then just get the extra money per month. And then the word of mouth is just every time someone talks about it, they inspire their friends, mutual friends of their friends. And that just spreads throughout that.
So if you could just provide clarification, Emma, and I think you've got it in the business plan, but I just want to make sure that the folks are really getting this in your pitch, and you and I talked about this at the expo. So Laura Love has a business in downtown Denver. If you were able to convince her, right? Like if you were to pitch her on putting one of these units in her space, how much would she make?
Depending on how many devices the hotspot's connecting to, it would be anywhere from 75 to 200. It could be less, it could be more.
A week, a month, a year?
A month.
Okay.
Which there's no easy way to tell exactly how much, because the price for how much it's being sold, that also goes up and down depending on the demand of it. But it'd be around 75 to 200.
Okay. So it's a money-making proposition to anybody who allows you to
location.
plug that unit
Yeah.
in. So I think that, that would be my only feedback to you, is really emphasizing that in your pitch, because this is really a money-making venture for somebody. Or it could be a great kind of donor venture, right? Like, so for an organization who may not, you could say, listen, you're going to put this, you can take this money and it can go to the Boys and Girls Club, or you could, you could pick your charities or what have you. But I
Yes.
think really emphasizing that is going to allow people to be able to really get on your bandwagon there.
All right, thank you.
All right. Any other questions, the judges?
I just have a real quick question. The network that it plugs into, is that your own internet service that you have in the home?
So you just plug it into like an
Right.
outlet on the wall, and then you just put it on your Wi-Fi, like when your phone goes
So
on your
it's
Wi-Fi.
on your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so it's connecting to your Wi-Fi, so that way it has the ability to connect to other things.
So another sort of piggybacking on what Christina is saying, you're basically allowing me to earn money on Wi-Fi that I've already purchased, but I'm not actually making any money on it, and I'm not using that capacity. So it's taking the capacity that I've already purchased and allowing me to actually make money on it when I'm not doing that now.
Yes.
Hey, Emma, sorry, I have one more question. If Brian, Tim, and I also all have businesses right next to each other, and we all plug a device in, will we all get the $75 to $200 a month?
Yes, so each hotspot connects differently to how many devices it might connect to. So your hotspot might connect to 24 different environmental sensors, and his might connect to 10, and his might go to 15. So it just, while they might all be in the same location, just the ones that whichever hotspot picks up the sensor first.
Got it.
So they can all be different.
Building on that too, sorry. If you're downtown, is it better than if you're in a rural area, or does that matter? Or where would you target things by geography? Is there a better place for you to put a hotspot?
Well, there's lots of clumps of hotspots. I mean, the best location is to put them like right outside the clump, so that way it can connect to all the ones in the clump. But pretty much any location really works, so we're not too limited to locations.
Sorry, I do have one more, if we still have time.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your supply chain a little bit? And
Yes.
what your backup plan is for that?
So our supply is, the manufacturers is a company called RAK, and then they create those hotspots, which goes to Helium, because Helium buys them off of that company. And then when Helium sells each hotspot to whoever is going to buy, which in our case is our parent company then buys the hotspots and then provides them to us. Does that answer your question?
How confident are you that you're going to have supply?
Very confident. We have backups right now, and
For how long? What period of time?
for another 7 months at least, and each month we order more, so,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you.